Hi everyone, it's Wilson here again. Welcome back to one of my DIY maintenance videos. Today I'm going to show you a quick video of the simple steps to replace the main battery on an R172 SLK series. I've bought a Varta 80 amp hour AGM battery to replace the incorrectly fitted standard flooded battery which was installed by my previous owner. Hopefully this will fix my start-stop issue as well. Enjoy the video. Okay, so the first step is to access the battery. The battery is located in that corner under that panel over there. It will be the same for the other SLK series. So this panel is released by 3 clips. So the first one is here. So you'd simply turn the clip 90 degrees to release it. That releases that one. Now you do the same for the other 2 clips, which are hidden down there, and this one here in the corner, hidden just under that panel there. Okay, so once you've got the 3 clips undone, simply pull this panel up to reveal where the battery is installed. So first of all, what tools do you need? First of all, you need to remove this bracket, holding bracket. That's a 10mm nut, so you need a socket or a spanner for that 10mm. Down the bottom is the holding bracket which clamps the battery down. That's a 13mm nut, so you need a socket for that as well. The positive and negative terminals are both 10mm nuts, so 10mm for that. So the process is you need to remove all these clamps, remove the negative connection first of the battery. But before I do that, I want to release this battery intelligence sensor. So that just basically unclips and then pulls off like this. Now the reason why I do that is to stop any voltage spike from damaging the intelligent battery sensor. So once I remove that, I'm going to undo this and remove the negative terminal first, and then undo this nut here and remove the positive terminal. Now when you refit the battery, you have to do it in the reverse order, i.e. you need to fit the positive terminal first, then the negative terminal, before refitting the intelligent battery sensor cable here, and finally redoing all these brackets. So the battery's finally come out now. It wasn't too bad. Just undo the brackets and the connections. You might need a second person to hold these cables out of the way, because the battery's quite heavy and you need to sort of maneuver it out of this compartment. There it is on the floor. So that's the old and the new. So you've probably noticed the new one's a bit bigger because the previous owner fitted a wrong battery. They fitted a standard flooded battery. It's a 70 amp hour one, where this SLK55 should be fitted with an 80 amp hour AGM. So they got it completely wrong. So that's going to go back in now. Cool, blimey, that was quite hard work. Took a lot longer than I thought. Reason being, if you have a look, that battery is a lot wider than the old one. This one's a proper battery, but it's 315mm wide. You can see how tight space it is, and to get it through that hole was a bit of a nightmare. Now, because I was doing it on my own, I had to cable tie these connectors, these positive and negative terminal, out the way. You can see what I've done there. Otherwise, they'll just flop back and get in the way and then get crushed. So that was quite hard work. The way to get this battery in this little compartment here is that you have to tilt it. So you can see it's recessed in that area. So you have to move all these connections out of the way here and actually tilt the battery that way. So that end is facing down diagonally. And then you have to kind of maneuver it. It took me a while, maneuver it, and actually in the end it dropped in. So you definitely need probably a second person to give you a hand on this to hold these connections back, etc. But it's finally in, and I'm going to redo all the connections and show you the final result. So first things first, I've got to put this mounting bracket back in. So this came off earlier, as you can see down there. So I need to maneuver it all the way down there, and there's a locating bolt sticking out. So if you feed it in that bolt there you go, that's gone in there. And then this top bit will fit onto this bracket, which I'm going to put on now. So this simply clips on here, and then this part will go into this location hole here, and then finally 10 mil nut holds this down, and then at the bottom, right at the bottom, that will be a 13 mil nut, which need a long socket bar to reach, and then that will conclude that part of the installation. Okay, so now I'm going to reconnect the terminals. So obviously positive first, then the negative terminal to this side, and then finally the intelligent battery sensor cable at the bottom there. So let's take these covers off. And this one as well. So that just goes back onto the top, tighten up the 10 mil nut, and the same for the negative terminal. That will just fit back into this slot, tighten up 10 mil, and then reconnect the intelligent battery sensor cable. Okay, so the connections are on. Just snap these 10 mil bolts tight, well, fairly firmly. So you don't need to go brute force, just sort of snugly fit. Be careful if you're using a spanner, because you don't want this to slip while touching the positive and then touch the bodywork, and then you get a short circuit and cause a health and safety hazard. So be very careful when you're doing the positive. Don't let the metal touch the chassis when you do this nut up, or use insulated spanners ideally. So do the same for the negative. So just work this tight. Okay, one more. Right, so that's done. And lastly, connect this intelligent battery sensor, which I've done already after connecting this negative terminal. So once that's done, simply put these covers back on, if it will fit. I don't think these original ones would fit. No, that won't fit on the negative, so I can leave that off. I think the positive one might fit, or actually I think I'll use the original one that came with it. Is a flat panel version, which I'll show you in a sec. Yeah, so I've got the original, I think it's the Mercedes original panel, and I think that will fit better on the battery. I'll stick that in. There you go, they clip in, yeah, and that protects the positive terminal. And then job done. That concludes the battery replacement. Okay, so I'm going to start her up and see if I get start-stop reinstated. Right, so I'll probably have to go for a drive before I can tell if, because normally you should get a rectangle around the Eco 8, which means start-stops reinitiated. So I'll probably have to go for a drive and let it learn the new battery. I'll come back to you later. Right, as you can see, I've just gone for a short drive. Good news, the Eco start-stop is working. You can see that it's turned off the engine. I've just stopped. So I'm happy, yeah. So that's fixed that issue. I hope you find my videos useful, and that's helped you replace a main battery on an R172 SLK series. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Right, I'm going to go for a drive just to test it out. Woohoo! God, I can never get enough of that. That is insane acceleration, and the noise. And as you know, this car's had X-Pipe mod done with resonator delete, and I've also had a mod to the exhaust valve. I've kept the valves fully open, so you can look at my previous video, which shows you what I've done to the exhaust valve. Absolutely fabulous, can't believe it. Woohoo! That is unbelievable, insane acceleration. And the noise. Look at that. So this is third gear. Let's do a third gear pull. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is incredible. It's got so much torque, you don't need to shift down. Woohoo! This thing's absolutely a rocket ship.